neither kings nor queens nor royal marines, the 28th old France.
If you are thinking of a holiday under canvas this year, wait.
Wouldn't surprise me if we didn't have a drop of rain. You had to open your big mouth.
We might be able to help you decide to carry on camping.
Right then, so this is the Oztent RV5. In the big bag in front of you is the Oztent itself, the main bulk of it, so that's sort of the sleeping and living quarters, if you like. And the next bag along is all the sort of accessories that you can buy to go with it. This is the deluxe front panel, peak front panel kit, the deluxe side panels, the fly sheet, and the floor saver. So they all go together, zip together and velcro together to make what I consider to be a very good sleep tent system. What I'm going to do now then is I'll show you how it goes up. So if you've got this, the first thing you need out is the floor saver. Now the beauty of the floor saver is it allows you to see the shape of the tent and also to configure it how you want it. So if the wind or the rain's blowing in a particular direction, you can set it up so that that's the right way round, so it's at the back of the tent or the front of the tent, whichever way you want it. But what I'll do is, as with all these things, I'll get it out of the bag and set it up and I'll show you. Right then, well that's the last little peg just about to go in. Now, these pegs are nice robust steel pegs you can put your boot on, and there's a floor saver all done. Just needs squaring off a bit, but you'll see what I've done with these is, because they are expensive to replace, what I've done is I painted all the ends of mine, and what I'll do is I'll show you how I've done that. Right, the thing about these Oztents is, I mean, that you get really good quality. You can see them, thick pegs with them, but in the grass they disappear. So, because I ain't keep buying these pegs because they are expensive, I'm going to do something about it, and I'll show you now. Right, so this is all a bit trial and error. First thing I've been trying is this heat shrink. Just slide it onto the peg itself, obviously not from that end. And the other stuff is this plastic coat, which seems to work quite well. And all you do is dunk it in it. So I'll show you what I'm on about and bring you back in a second. Right, not trying to show anybody how to suck eggs, but there you go. One peg, one bit of heat shrink. Give it a twist so it sticks so you can see it, and then get something that's nice and warm and shrink it, and hopefully that'll stay on there and sort of stick out a little bit more. So I've tried to use colours that don't stick out in nature. So hopefully yellow will be good in the grass, and it'll stick out a little bit more. Anything helps, doesn't it? So yeah, so that's the one thing I've done, and I'll bring you back for the next. So rocket science this end. Stick it in there, pull it out, let it drain, and then put it somewhere to dry. So I'll bring you back in a second. Right, so there you go. I know they said rocket sites and too exciting, but there's all the reds that I've done. Now that tin of paint, that tin of plastic coat stuff, there we go, that stuff. It's only like a tester one. That cost me less than £4. And I've probably done at least 30 of those in red. So those ones, and the yellow ones
that heat shrink is cheap as chips really. More awkward just trying to get the right, you know, a colour, but it's freely available on the internet. Downside is the good stuff, that heat shrink is you don't need a burner of any type. You can use a hairdryer and hot to make it shrink, so that works quite well, and it's done. You can use it straight afterwards. The downside of that is you've got to let them dry. As you can see, we've just got the drip there, and I'll just show you. I'm making a bit of a mess down there. Looks like I've cut myself. But anyway guys, so if I planned this right, I'm now going to hand you back to me in a field somewhere. Cheers then. Right, I hope you found that of interest. Just so that you know, all the Oztent stuff comes with a strap with a fast text quick release buckle that goes around it to hold it all in place, and then all the pegs are also separate in these nylon bags, which help protect whatever it is. Now the floor saver comes as an add-on, but when you're paying this amount for a tent, you want it to last. It also allows you to pack up the main part of the tent, and for me it's a lot easier to get this dry than it is the rest of the tent, although it's certainly a bit more manageable than my last tent. But anyway, as I bring you the next bit, I'll bring you back. Right then guys, so what you're looking at is the floor saver down, and towards the end there is the main bag with the main tent in. So a lot of this is, does the tent, can you put the tent up in 30 seconds? Well, yeah, you can, to be honest. You're going to get a bit of wind noise, I'm sorry about that. Put you down the side of the van to try and protect it, but what I'm going to do is I'll just set the tent up, pull it out of its bag, set it up, and then show you how it locks in place. Alright, so support poles. Turn it over, I'm sure as eggs is eggs, that's the wrong way around. So what you're looking for is that V. Open up the one leg. Open up the second leg. What you're looking for is this handle. Pick it up. Step inside. And that's the base of the tent up. What I'll do now is show you how it locks together inside. Okay then, so we're inside the tent now, and all you've got to do is slide that up and it locks in place. And you do the Velcro up on this side, and funnily enough on that side, and that's more or less the tent up. Bit of pegging to do, but I'm not going to insult your intelligence by showing you how to peg a tent out, but I will bring you back after I've done it. Okay then, so all I've done is extended the porch out, which is attached to the tent itself, so that's what you get really. You don't get the ground sheet, but you get the tent. That's the RV5 and the two poles there, and what I'll do is I'll unconnect you from there and just show you how it looks head on. So you have got a really nice sleeping area. That'll take a cart bed. Well, it'll take more than a cart bed. We've had 3 in there, and hopefully there'll be 2 in there this while I'm away. And then you've got that porch. So what I'm going to do now is get the next part, which is the side walls for the awning. So I'll put one of those on, and then I'll bring you back from the other one. Little point to note actually. There's a side B and a side A, and the walls come with an A and a B on. So I'll let you work that out for yourself, and I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, so there's the side A wall on. As you can see, it just needs pegging down now, but I haven't done that on purpose because it needs the poles to go in it. And as promised, there's the A that matches up with the A on this side. Now, there's various trains of thought and ways that people tell you to put this up. Most people will be shouting at the screen now telling you that what you need to do is put the poles up first, because all the poles are self-locking. There you go, loosen, and where is it? There it is, tighten. So they're easy to work with, but you can put them up like this, and I haven't found a problem. I'm nice and tall, so it works in my favour, but if you're a little bit shorter, don't worry about it. You can drop the poles down, but I found it just as easy to do that. And while I've got the one door off, what I'll do is I'll show you. The one zip, get it in the light so you can see it, the one zip goes on there, and then once you've zipped it all the way down, you get a Velcro flap that goes over the top of it, and that zips from top to bottom. And then the second zip to hold it up here starts along this edge. So you can see that if I bring it out into the sunlight. So this one zips from the tent end to the front, so it goes that way. And again, it's got some nice strong Velcro, hook and loop, depending on where you are, come from, to actually secure it. Right, so I'll get that one up. It's not rocket science, and I'll bring you back after I've done that. So there we go, there's the second panel on. And just to let you know, when we go inside, where the poles line up with the roof, they've got these Velcro tabs, 3 of them I believe, so they hold the pole in place or hold the tent in place. And then you also got these additional wraps if you open the door. There's a door there on that side, and then likewise mirrored on the other side. Okay, so there's the pole in place with the apex. I'll show you that from the outside. You see the apex in the roof, just allows it to shed the water. And then what happens is it runs off down the back there, straight off down there, straight off. And that's, you can see what I mean by, allows you to see the sort of footprint of the tent, having that floor saver there. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is put the front on, and then put me fly sheet on. So I'll bring you back when that's done. Right, so there's the front panel on. At this point, guys, just want to point out, I bought this tent myself. Everything that's you can see, everything that's on with the tent, everything to do with the tent, I purchased myself. There's nothing been given me, and I'm not being asked to do this. Just want to do it so that the people that I know are buying it can see how easy it is. Now, as a 2-person setup, it's a doddle. If the second person, let's just take out the window a bit, if the second person listens to the person who knows who's putting it up, it's a doddle. And it's quite easy with 1 person, if I'm honest. Right, I've just left this to show you. So the zip runs all the way along the top there, and then you've got the Velcro again, which folds down to complete the seal. Velcro completing the seal with the zip behind it,
and the same on the other side. Now, what I'll attempt to do is, this is one of sort of 3 entrances. You can either come in through that front panel. So there's the door back, that all ties back if you want it to. Nice heavy duty bug screen here, so nothing's going to get through that. And I've not had any issues, but then this is the UK, not probably Australia. And then we're in. So that's it from the inside. You can see there the curved zip is the other door, so there's the 3rd door. Again, all tied back. The whole of this side, hopefully you can see that, from here, there's my hand there, all the way across to here is a bug screen, but the zip bit in the middle, so you can have that up as a porch, an awning type thing. There's the poles that are up, again self-locking poles with the support pole over the top, and that's it. A couple of little, in sort of what I use as the bedroom, got a window there, a window on the other side, it's matched up. Little pockets here, or whatever you want to use them for. But just to give you some idea of what we're looking at, I'm 6'4", and I put a big cart bed in there, and I don't reach either end of the cart bed, and it goes in there easily, and that's running from, if you like, the door of the tent to the back of the tent. And this is the Oztent RV5. Last thing I'm going to do is put on the fly screen. I've done it wrong, but I'm going to show you a way of getting around that should you do it wrong, because I always seem to do it wrong. So bear with me and I'll bring you back. Okay, so what we're looking at is what I consider to be the bedroom area, the sleeping area at the back of the tent, and what I've chucked on the floor there is the fly. Now, the idea of the fly is that it protects the tent itself while it's out in the sun, stops discoloration and stuff like that. Well, here in the UK it protects from the rain. I've used it without twice now, and it rained quite a lot, didn't have any issues, but as you can see from the angle of the roof, not a lot's going to stay on there. But what you should do is, when you're putting the tent up, you don't put all the guides in and stuff like that, guide ropes. You actually attach the fly to the zip here. Hopefully you can see that. But on the second attempt that I went to put the fly on, I'd forgotten, so I'm just going to show you a bit of a cheat way of doing it. This is my idea, and if you decide to do it, just be careful doing it. Bring you back in a second. Right, so there's the fly over the top, and all I've done is I've started off the zip in there, and then you'll have to bear with me a second because I'm on my own. And bear with me. Obviously this is really easy being on your own. And then I push the end of the pole, so the spike end of the pole, through the zip. You can see it there, look. And then I'm using the pole to push it along. Yeah, I'll take it out that end. Walk around here. Sorry about the camera work. And then, bear with me. Right, granted it is fiddly, so all you do is feed it in again through this end. I'll just show you what I've done. And then it allows it to come in. Take the pole out carefully. And again, there's Velcro tabs here. And dispersed all the way along. And you can just Velcro it down. I'll just put the poles in, cut the guidelines, and I'll show you when I come back. Right, so there we are, all set up. Ready to go. One thing I have noticed is
This does a little bit of an air gap underneath there. Obviously helps shed the rain. Not so much of a sun problem in the UK. If it ever gets hot enough, I'll update one of my videos. But yeah, one thing I will show you, a lot of the guy ropes are actually contained in these pockets. We've got little pockets in here and the guys go in there. But yeah, at the moment I'm happy, and hope this has been a help for those people who are actually thinking of buying one. So that's the Oztent RV5. Cheers everyone. One thing I did forget to mention, guys, there's another, at the back there, there's a roll up big window so you can get loads of fresh air in here. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, I'll put the link down to the people I got this from, and you can make up your own mind then. Hope this allows you to make more of an informed decision. So yeah, put the link to the people down below in the description box. Cheers.